Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshur-unmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri-Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to ISKCON Live YouTube channel. And today I am going to discuss first canto 18th chapter, some important verses. Verse 4. Nottama shloka bhartanam jusatam tat kathamritam syat sambramo antakalepi smaratam tat padambujam. Srila Prabhupada Maharaj in his purport says, and this was so because those who have dedicated their lives to the transcendental topics of the personality of Godhead, of whom the Vedic hymns sing, and who are constantly engaged in remembering the lotus feet of the Lord, do not run the risk of having misconceptions even at the last moment of their lives. So, Prabhupada Maharaj in purport says, the highest perfection of life is attained by remembering the transcendental nature of the Lord and at the last moments of one's life. This perfection of life is made possible by one who has learned the actual transcendental nature of the Lord from the Vedic hymns sung by the liberated souls like Sukadeva Goswami or someone in that line of disciplic succession. Shiva Vishwanath Chakravarti in his purport says, this is not astonishing. This verse gives the reason. Uttama Shloka Vartana means of those whose cause of living is the Lord. Siddhartha Swami in his purport says, Na Chaita Chitram Ityaha. It is not astonishing. With that mood, this verse is said. I am going to discuss another verse from 18th chapter. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 18th chapter, text 15. So 11 to 15, these are all about sages glorify Sutta Goswami and Krishna Katha. So in this verse it is said, Sutta Goswami is saying, Tanno bhavan vai bhagavata pradhano mahattamikanta parayanasya harer udaram charitam visuddham susrusatam no vitanatu vidwan. Prabhupada Maharaj said, O Sutta Goswami, you are a learned and pure devotee of the Lord because the personality of Godhead is your chief object of service. Therefore, please describe to us the pastimes of the Lord which are above all material conception, for we are anxious to receive such messages. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada Maharaj says, the speaker and the transcendental activities of the Lord should have only one object of worship and service, Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the audience for such topics should be anxious to hear about him. When such a combination is possible, namely a qualified speaker and a qualified audience, it is then and there very much congenial to continue discourses on the transcendence. In the purport, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti says, among us, you are the person who prominently serves the Lord. Speak to us who desire to hear. So, Siddhartha Swami in his purport says, No asmakam madhe bhagavan pradhanam sebhyo jasya sa bhavan na sususatam harischaritam vistarayatu. Among us, you are the best servitor of the Lord, and we are very, very much interested to hear about it. So please tell us about the topics of the Lord. Now I am going to speak another verse. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 18th chapter, text 48. 32 to 50, these 19 verses describe about inexperienced Singhi cursing Parikshit, and his father regrets and prays for him. So in this way, the father of Sringi, that is Samik Rishi, says this verse, Tiraskrita vipralabdha saptaha kipta hatapi Nasya tat pratikarbanti tad bhaktaha prabhavo yaptihi. That means the devotees of the Lord are so forbearing that even though they are defamed, cheated, cursed, disturbed, neglected, or even killed, they are never inclined to avenge themselves. How much they could tolerate? So, Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada Maharaj in purport says, Rishi Samik also knew that the Lord doesn't forgive a person who has committed an offense at the feet of a devotee. The Lord can only give direction to take shelter of the devotee. He thought within himself that if Maharaj Parikshit would countercurse the boy, he might be saved. But he knew also that a pure devotee is callous about worldly advantages or reverses. As such, the devotees are never inclined to counteract personal defamation, curses, negligence, etc. As far as such things are concerned, in personal affairs, the devotees do not care for them. But in the case of they are being performed against the Lord and his devotees, then the devotees take very strong action. So Vishwanath Thakur says, since he was the king, he could counter curse and make the first curse ineffective. This didn't happen because Parikshit was a great devotee. Though criticized, cheated, insulted, and beaten, they do not react. Though they are capable of prabhava, well, they are capable. They do not take countermeasures against those who criticize or scold. Devasita Swami in his purport says, Raja chet pratisapam dadyad tari niskritir bhavet api tattu na sambhavati tasya mahabhagavatatvad ityaha. That means if Parikshit Maharaj could have countercursed, but they do, he won't do it because he is Mahabhagavata. He doesn't take revenge on that. So, with this intention, this verse is stated. Now I am going to discuss another verse. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 19th chapter. This is the last chapter of this first canto, verse 16. Parikshit to assembled sages, 13 to 16, these four verses, Parikshit says. Out of these verses, this verse is one most important verse. That's why I am taking it in this video. So, it is said, Punascha bhuyad bhagavati anante rati prasangascha tat asresu mahatsu jam jam upayami system maitri astu sarvatra namo dvijabhya. Again, offering obeisance to all you Brahmanas, I pray that if I should again take my birth in this material world, you won't take in this material world again. But anyway, I will have complete attachment to the unlimited Lord Krishna, association with his devotees, and friendly relation with all other living beings. This is the attitude of a Mahabhagavata. So, in the purport of Prabhupada Maharaj says that a devotee of the Lord is the only perfect living being is explained herein by Maharaj Parikshit. Perfect living being. A devotee of the Lord is no one's enemy, although there may be many enemies of a devotee. A devotee of the Lord doesn't like to associate with non-devotees, although he has no enmity with them. He desires association with the devotees of the Lord. This is perfectly natural because birds of the same feather mix together. And the most important function of a devotee is to have complete attachment for Lord Sri Krishna, the Father of all living beings. So Prabhupada Maharaj has given a long purport, but I am going to only important points I am speaking. So in the Sarata Darshan Tika, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti says, Punarcha means on the other hand, not again. It is on the other hand. In whatever path I take, may I have rati for the Lord and excellent association, prasanga with his devotees, and friendship with all living entities. May these three desires be fulfilled. After praying for these, he then offers his respects. So in the purport Bhavavartha Dipika, Srila Swami says, Sa asrayo jesam tesu prakristam sango bhuyat. May I have the association with those Lord. So asrayo jesam tesu prakristam sango bhuyat. With him, may I have the most intimate association. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama,